And I think that moves us beautifully on to talking about, focusing. Do you think people need to be focusing more on oxygen levels relative to ammonia?
Well, ammonia will be, because there's less food going in, and because the fish are less active, the ammonia burden on the pond or on the ammonia oxidizing bacteria is much reduced. And those ammonia oxidizing bacteria in the filter are going to be less active, just like the fish are. So there should be less of a problem with ammonia. But if we had a power cut, or if something happens to stop water flowing through the filter and our beneficial filter bacteria die off completely, then we can still have an ammonia spike in the middle of winter, just as we could in the summer. It's just that the severity of it's probably not going to be as severe in the winter as in the summer, because we've just got so much more of an ammonia load in the summer, because there's more food, because the fish.
Yeah,
so
makes sense.
We will really need to be keeping an eye on the water quality all year round, but knowing that, I suppose, in winter the margins of error are a bit greater. The pond isn't being pushed as hard in winter, but really, because water, we've made water testing so unbelievably easy now. It would be great to think that once a fortnight, even if everything's okay, we could just do a little dip test and say, yeah, the nitrate level is up a little bit from a fortnight ago. The pH level is the same, and maybe the carbonate hardness has crept down a tiny little bit. So you think, right, well, in a month's time, I'll do a 10% partial water change just to lower the nitrates, just to top that pH up a little bit, top the KH up, and then you do your water test and you see, oh yes, it's had that effect. That's if we're looking after the water, the fish are very good at looking after themselves. They can, as I've said earlier, they've been going through the seasons a lot longer than we have, and they're good at it. But what makes it hard for them to go through the seasons is if we're not looking after the water quality properly, or if we're not giving them some food over the winter, or if we're stocking with too many fish, or they're being stressed by predators or something like that. But that's all down to us as pond keepers to let them do their thing.
Yeah.